We got some massive WWE 2K22 disappointments. I was so excited about putting my little dirty hands on the controller, but then 2K22 took a little poopy. GM mode is not as good as we thought it would be. Unfortunately, GM mode is going to have a lot of limitations, and there's some possible problems with the gameplay too. Maybe. You know, at the end of the day, I'm still very excited about the game. It still looks really fun, but since I talked about all the positives, it's only fair that I tell you about the negatives that I've just found out. So a lot of YouTubers got to play WWE 2K22 on PC. That's why this footage doesn't look as good. It's not a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series version. Only content creators that are partnered with 2K could actually, play the game. Unfortunately, I couldn't because I'm from Lithuania and I can't join. The disrespect. Well, let's start with some good news. I see John Morrison. Johnny Drip Drip is in the game, ladies and gentlemen. How do I know? Boy, I can spot these abs from a mile away. That's our boy. So yes, people, in WWE 2K22, you will get to play as probably the most handsome WWE wrestler of all time. And also Jack Swagger. I'm shocked since he's in AEW. I know, man, that's a familiar sound. I feel like I'm 15 again. My man's beating that meat! People in WWE 2K22, you cannot beat your meat! It's over! Let's start with the positives. In WWE General Manager mode, you can change popularity and stamina before actually drafting your roster, meaning that you can make sure Brock Lesnar is at 99 popularity, or if you import wrestlers like CM Punk, you can make sure he's not at like 60 popularity, you can make him 90 or something, which will make creative superstars look like actual legit wrestlers in the game. I like that. I'm not sure if you can actually add custom superstars later after the draft. That's really concerning since at first we won't actually get good created superstars. One of the biggest negatives is I believe we don't have trades in the game. Yes, in WWE 2K22 My GM, I believe you cannot trade superstars. The only way to do that is a wrestler saying, "I'm not happy on Raw, can you please bring me to SmackDown? I'm tired of 6-man tag team matches." Well, he's not tired of these matches. Talk about that in a second. Which is actually pretty sick, I want to see wrestlers saying, "I'm not happy on Raw, can you please bring me to SmackDown?" It's really cool, but it seems like one of the most basic things of GM mode is not in the game, which is trades. And yes, you can only have 3 matches per show. I already talked about that. Big disappointment, but now I know why we only have 3 matches. People, there are no mid-card championships in the game. Okay, go on. People, there are no tag team championships in my GM. Oh man, what is this nonsense? I was so excited about the game. I was so excited about the mode, but it seems like we're not gonna have some of the most basic stuff in the game. Stuff that it's like a given. If we have a general manager mode, obviously we have a mid-card division, obviously we have a tag team division, except nope! I'm so happy it's in the game and I'm still excited, but I'm saying this is some of the most basic stuff that should be in the game. People, you can choose advertisement and what kind of truck you travel with, but you don't have a mid-card and tag team championships? Come on. Okay, I have some more bad news, but Randy Orton is 88. Something that's really worth noting since superstars like Xavier Woods are 86 or 87, which, no disrespect, but that's freaking Randy Orton we're talking about, not 90 at least. Just saying. In general manager mode, we don't have a real calendar, which really takes away from the experience, in my opinion at least. Like, come on, dude, you have that in universe mode. Can't you just move that? And it seems like GM mode needed a lot more universe mode elements. So you can't really say, well, they didn't have time to make it since it's kinda already in the game. Were you excited about having 4 shows in GM mode? You kinda shouldn't be. Yes, you can pick any show, but you're not gonna compete against 3 shows. You will have to pick a show that you're competing against. If I pick Raw, I can pick my rival show, SmackDown NXT or NXT UK. You can't compete against more shows, which is really sad since in SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, you compete against 2 shows. I've got more bad news. This one sucks as well, man. In WWE My GM, you can only do 1 versus 1 or tag team matches. What did I do to deserve this? Do you hate me, 2K? You can still do TLC matches, Extreme Rules matches, I believe Hell in a Cell matches and all that, but I believe you can do 6-man tag team matches, you can do triple threat matches, you can do fatal 4-way matches. What are we doing right here? What is happening? I'm happy we have all this crazy stuff in the mode like statistics and setting up your show, arenas. That's cool, but it seems like some of the most basic stuff is not in the game. Why is it backwards? Also, playing matches doesn't do anything. You can have a stinker, you can have the greatest match of all time. It's not gonna do anything to your ratings. And you have a rating system while playing a game. Come on, man. I'm still gonna play these matches. It seems like it's gonna be a lot more fun that way. But come on, I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's the first time we have this in a game in a very long time. But people, when a video game that was made 15 freaking years ago had all that stuff, there's a problem. All of that stuff was possible in SmackDown vs. Raw games that were made 15, 16, 17 years ago. And don't get me wrong, I'm still very excited. I mean, you can create your own general manager, you can actually interfere in matches as a general manager. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. It's just that some of the most basic stuff that seems like it's a given, yes, it's gonna be in a game, why are you even asking, is not in the game. But obviously I do realize all of that stuff, I'm 90% sure is going to be fixed in the next game, 2K23, and we might even get to choose our championships and choose our show, edit our show. All of that is gonna be possible. This is just the beginning of the mode. I do realize that. I'm just saying, I hope we're not gonna get another year break, because it seems like 2K23 is really going to put a lot more focus on GM mode. It's a bit disappointing.
What a loser. The TheGreatOne recorded this without even knowing that my GM also doesn't have story writers, contract negotiations, and a decent amount of promos. Small Coco Jambo vibes.
When it comes to gameplay though, after watching some of the videos from YouTubers, I kinda realized combos are shit. I don't need this. I never had a problem with moves in WWE games. It was easy, you can really easily memorize it, and I didn't have a problem with it. Right now, to do a simple move, it seems like, combo, you gotta... Why? I don't need to press 3 buttons to do a move. Does every combo right now will have to start with punches and stuff? I'm not sure about that, by the way, but it seems like it's going to be absolutely impossible for you to memorize a superstar's moveset unless you play with the same superstar all the time, or your created superstar. Other than that, it's not needed. That's what I'm trying to say. It's really unnecessary. Unless it gives us a lot more moves to one wrestler, then I might be happy, but if it's the same amount of moves, just a lot more complicated, we don't need that. Also, no new match types, still not confirmed since we didn't get to see it, the final build of the game. But we don't have new match types. It seems like if you just gave a special guest referee, nobody would complain, but you really effed up with that. Backstage area is new, but it's a big disappointment since there's not enough stuff you can interact with. Obviously, there are 2 floors, which is great, but from what I've heard, you can't really interact with a lot of stuff, and it really takes away from the experience. It's gonna be one of these things that you just play a couple of times and you forget about it because you don't really have a lot of fun with it. The same stuff happened in the previous game, so it seems like it's not gonna change. But to end this video, I've got some good news, ladies and gentlemen. So, okay, first of all, I'm still excited about the game. For me personally, it does look fun. I'm still excited. So we complain about a slow referee count, and it seems like 2K confirmed that is fixed. Not sure how faster it is, but if it's just a tiny little bit faster, I'm already happy because this looked ass. This looked like ass, man. So yeah, it seems like 2K22 is going to have a lot of problems, which was kinda expected, you know, it's kind of a brand new game in a way, like WWE 2K15 was. And of course, in this case, it's not as bad as 2K15. We still have plenty of modes, plenty of match types. It's just a big disappointment that my GM is not going to have some of the most basic features that are really necessary. But anyway, people, thank you for watching this video. I'm still excited about the game. I can't wait to make content. For YouTube videos, it's still gonna work, I believe. So I'm not really concerned. I'm just a bit disappointed. So thanks for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.